definitely like the idea of programmable data, programmable assets.
Programmable storage allows you to build next generation applications.
Being able to update data easily, it makes our processes on the back end of keeping up with our data so much more simple than what we were doing prior. So with IPFS, when you store data, there, it's just there. You can't modify it or delete it. But with Walrus, you can update data. That was a big selling point to us. Basically, instead of storing all of the data for NFTs that are launched in our Launchpad on IPFS, we'll now be doing it on Walrus.
We're focused on decentralizing the agentic workflow, the set of steps that the agent takes to deliver a certain outcome. We thought this was really important to decentralize for transparency purposes, for censorship resistance, and for composability with the rest of DeFi. Walrus gives those cryptographic and economic guarantees on the data side of the AI stack.
We are very interested in the ability to host web pages in Walrus. Make sure that the web page itself is loaded from a secure storage. And then you end up with an application that is like end-to-end secure, fully like everything audited, which is very nice.
Using Sui as the input to store all this data instead of having a completely separate infrastructure made a ton of sense to me. The actual documentation was hosted on Walrus, and I was like, okay, this is brutal. Like, you're hosting websites on this decentralized layer, so you could actually host the whole internet. Like, the way people interact with it, all the content could go to Walrus. And then when I started reading a bit more into it, I was like, okay, agents, clear use case. There's a lot of like data that agents will manage. There's a lot of data that agents need. And this data could be accessed through Walrus, or it could be stored through Walrus.
You could do a decentralized model, like have a model be hosted in a decentralized way.
Walrus, I think it's probably the first example of this happening, where like you're not only coordinating assets that really live on Sui, but they're managed through some other external like validator or like memory. I would encourage people to look into Walrus and Sui, because the team is developing not only one blockchain, but a whole set of tools that could make building in Web3 easier, better, faster.